Tonight on Newscenter, the radio station prepares for its annual lock-in. The bookstore celebrates Dr. Seuss's birthday, and the Vulcans make a run to the Elite Eight. All these stories and more next on Newscenter.
Good evening and welcome to CUTV News Center for the week of March 19th, 2015. I'm Zach Prosba.
And I'm Santina Murin. Next Friday, the WCAL Lockin will kick off starting at 6 p.m. and will go to Sunday at 6 p.m. We had reporter Anthony D'Agostino talk to members of WCAL who are planning this event.
Next week, the WCAL Lockin will kick off on Friday, March 26th at 6 p.m. and it will run until Sunday at 6 p.m. I had the chance to talk to the WCAL station manager, Caitlin O'Toole, about the lock-in.
Each year, WCAL hosts our annual lock-in event. We hold this each year, usually in the spring semester, just because of how everything works in the fall. It's usually busier in the fall, but it spans the course of a whole weekend. It starts Friday at 6 p.m. and ends on Sunday at 6 p.m. We have 5 DJs this year, and it'll start on Friday, March 27th, which is next Friday, and it'll go until Sunday, March 29th. And we're raising money for the Washington Area Humane Society this year. They're located in 84 PA. They are a no-kill, nonprofit shelter funded only from contributions from private donators like you. We hold a Chinese auction the week up to the event, so we're going to start. We have remotes all week during the event. We're going to start giving away a couple things on Tuesday until Saturday. The actual Chinese auction runs on Thursday from 12 to 4 p.m., Friday 12 to 6 p.m., and Saturday 12 to 6 p.m. We should have it in the Natali Student Center right outside of the radio station, but if the weather is nice, we'll try and move it outside. I hope you can stop by. We'll have prizes from Game Vault. We'll have ticket giveaways from Drusky Entertainment, Opus One, hopefully some other good stuff. We'll have something from the Welcome Center. We don't have everything as of now, but we'll figure that out next week, so I hope you guys can contribute to our event. We're raising money for Washington Area Humane Society, and thank you.
I also talked to lock-in participant Steve Maggio to find out what he's looking forward to the most about the lock-in.
Probably one of my favorite things about the lock-in is that we always try to feature all kinds of different DJs here. Like we have kids that will play alternative, indie, pop-punk stuff to electronic, and occasionally like maybe a jazz person. So probably one of the coolest things about lock-in is that we always, within 48 hours, really cover all different types of genres of music. So we really do have something for everyone. It's literally WCAL packaged into about pretty much as short of a time as possible. So we have a lot of different DJs who have different styles of music. And another thing that I really hope happens at this year's lock-in is that each DJ will go kind of outside of their comfort zone and maybe play a style of music that they may not be familiar with. Like for instance, I'm for the most part indie pop punk kind of stuff. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing a jazz segment at some point during the lock-in. So that is one of the main things that I'm looking forward to, apart from obviously raising up hopefully a lot of money for a great cause to really help out puppies and kittens find new homes.
Be sure to tune in to WCAL 91.9 FM from 6 p.m. March 27th through 6 p.m. March 29th. And listen to some of Cal U's best DJs. For CUTV News Center, I'm Anthony D'Agostino.
Before spring break, we talked about Dr. Seuss and how there will be a new book coming out soon. If that wasn't reason for celebration, on his birthday of March 2nd, the California University Bookstore had a celebration for local children.
Follett, who is our parent company at the Cal U Bookstore, we're doing a one-day celebration of Dr. Seuss's birthday. And this is for the NEA Hats Off to Reading event. It's a read across America, and we're hosting an in-store event for today, March 2nd, on his birthday. Basically, it's a celebration of reading among millions to students, parents, and educators and consumers nationwide. And we just are hosting an event. We're going to have some cake and ice cream, and we got some prominent readers here who are going to take over and read to the students, Dr. Sheffield and Dr. Pinardi. If you don't make it this year to our celebration, hopefully you guys can make it next year.
The brothers of Kappa Delta Rho at Penn State have been suspended due to a private Facebook page being exposed which contained pictures of drugs, hazing, and naked and unconscious women. The Vice President of Student Affairs, Damon Sims, made a statement, quote, "The evidence offered by the Facebook postings is appalling, offensive, and inconsistent with the university's values and expectations. The police department was made aware of the Facebook page when a former member of the fraternity asked to meet with authorities due to concerns of criminal conduct. The pictures all indicate that none of the women placed in embarrassing and sexual positions were aware they were being taken." On a lighter note about Greek life, every year the sororities and fraternities come together to perform in a lip-syncing and dancing competition called Greek Sing. And well, it's that time again this year. Be sure to enjoy the creativity and entertainment Thursday, March 19th at 9 p.m. in Steel Main Stage. The show is first come, first serve, and free of charge with your Cal card. Don't miss out on all the fun.
California University and Westmoreland Community College have agreed to a reverse transfer agreement that will allow students from WCCC to complete the diploma or associate's degree they started before coming to Cal U. This move will benefit students who transfer to Cal U and were earning college-level credits at WCCC before the completion of a diploma or associate's degree. This agreement marks the first between Cal U and any community college. Microsoft has announced that the Internet Explorer brand of internet browsers will be phased out in the coming months for a new style from the company. Microsoft will begin removal of the browser with Windows 10, and a new browsing system codenamed Project Spartan will be released at a later date for users to integrate to their systems.
On Friday, March 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Eberly Hall, room 230, employers from the Hyatt Place Pittsburgh South and the Meadows Racetrack and Casino will be here to conduct walk-in interviews for a variety of hospitality positions. The interviews are open to students of all majors and to alumni. For more information, contact Whitney Moore at recruit@calu.edu. Earlier this week, a water department in a Los Angeles suburb was at the center of a controversy. The decision to drain fire hydrants in the middle of a severe drought with water restrictions was to help the citizens through this hard time. CUTV's Ryan Kaufman has more.
Residents in Northeast Los Angeles are astonished at what they witnessed Tuesday morning. Thousands of gallons of water were pouring down a local street during California's 4th straight year in a drought. The local water management department said that they had to remove 70,000 gallons of water because of a failing pipe. Residents used the water for their lawns, plants, cars, and even saving it in large clean trash cans for later use. For CUTV Newscenter, I'm Ryan Kaufman.
This week in the Cal Times, be sure to check out a story on a student at Cal U that was recently named Miss Pennsylvania, a feature on the recent Beautiful art show, and a recap of the Vulcans women's basketball team's run to the Elite Eight. And Santina, you mentioned before about the PSU frat that has been suspended, and we saw, I believe it was last week, maybe a couple weeks ago, about at the University of Oklahoma frat. Right. They were suspended because of racial comments. It seems there's been so much light shed on the bad things that fraternities do that it's hard to see some of the good that they do, like you mentioned with the Greek Sing opportunity. Right, and I mean, I am in a sorority, and it's hard to hear all these negative things because, I mean, it's just such a shame what's going on, but there really are so many positive aspects to Greek life, and it's just such a shame to hear, you know, such negativity all the time. Yeah, and it adds to, you know, what happened in West Virginia last year. All fraternity and sorority were suspended there. So hopefully this turns around soon, and the fraternities that do well could start becoming in the spotlight instead of the ones that do bad. Right, and the ones that aren't get their act together. Yes. And coming up next, Damon Madsen has your weather report. Stay tuned.
4, 3.
Hello and welcome up to the Cal U Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Damon Madsen. Let's take a look at your weather headlines for this week. We had some warmer temperatures last weekend into the beginning of this week where we were able to say hello to spring a week early, even though spring doesn't start till Friday. We were able to see some warmer temperatures, which we desperately wanted to see. But the temperatures did cool down as we moved on into the week. And then the question is, are we going to see rain with those cooler temperatures for the weekend? I'll answer that and have the rest of your forecast after the break.
The Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the Student Bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Welcome back to the CalU Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson. Let's take a look at your almanac from yesterday. As you can see, our official high and our official low is actually a little bit below average as we've seen cooler temperatures throughout the area for the most part over the last couple of days. Didn't have any rainfall though. It has been pretty dry with these cooler temperatures, and we are getting very close to that 12 hours of daylight that we've been waiting for, as the first day of spring is tomorrow. Looking at the local temperatures throughout the area this morning, we're seeing the high 20s basically up to our northeast in Du Bois and Meadville, but for the most part everywhere else to the south is basically starting to get above freezing. Pittsburgh at 35, Wheeling at 34, Morgantown at 36, so temperatures will continue to increase as we go on throughout the day. And looking at the 24-hour temperature change, not much of a difference as we look around the area for the most part from yesterday. A little bit warmer down into West Virginia, but other than that, we're seeing temperatures right where we were this time yesterday. Looking at your national temperature picture, once again, we're seeing that warmer air start to move up into our area from the Midwest and in the Southeast. And out west, we're seeing temperatures again out into the 30s and into the 40s in the Great Plains. But for the most part, we're seeing average temperatures throughout the country. As you can see from our 24-hour temperature change, not much of a difference at all from yesterday. Maybe a little bit of a cool down out in the Mountain West, but other than that, not much of a real big difference. Looking at the national radar picture, we are seeing a couple of systems out west, so there's a lot of activity going on, even a little bit of snow up in Minnesota. But the one that we're going to focus on is down here in the southeast. You can see that rain moving into Kentucky, Virginia, and even to the southern parts of West Virginia as we zoom on in. There it is right there. It's starting to move up closer and closer to our area as we're seeing some clouds move into Pittsburgh and into the California area, but for the most part, we're not going to see any effects of this system until tomorrow. Just see some increased clouds throughout the day, but as you can see, it's basically going to stay dry the rest of the day today. Taking a look at the futurecast, we'll put this into motion here. Starting out tonight, we're going to see those showers move into the area and even in through the morning tomorrow. But by noon tomorrow, we're going to see that system finally move its way out of the area, which will give way to pretty sunny skies and relatively warm temperatures, especially on Saturday. And then even on into the beginning of next week, we'll see that dry weather continue to stick around. So thankfully, we won't have rain showers too long to ruin any plans that you might have this weekend. The rest of the forecast for today looks like this. We're going to see a temperature right near 50 degrees with those clouds increasing as we move on throughout the day. Tonight, we'll see those rain showers move into the area. We're probably around 2 or 3 in the morning, but we won't see them till late tonight with a low right around 37 degrees. Tomorrow, those rain showers will hang around in the area for the morning hours, but by noon tomorrow, we should see them move out, giving way to some cloudy skies. Temperature is going to be right around 45 degrees. And looking at your 5-day Calcast, we're going to see basically, we're going to see temperatures right around in the mid-40s once again tomorrow with those rain showers in the morning, but Saturday and Sunday look absolutely beautiful. Temperature close to 60 degrees on Saturday. It will cool down just a little bit moving on into Sunday with temperature right around 40 degrees, a little bit above that possibly. But then into Monday and Tuesday, the dry weather will stick around and temperatures once again hovering in the mid-40s. I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson. That was your full forecast for this week. We'll send it back to the desk.
And Santina, it looks like finally the weather's starting to warm up. I know during spring break up here, I stayed here. It was in the 60s and 70s. I was tempted to put some shorts on and go walking outside because it was finally not cold, but it's gone back down a little bit. But how are you feeling about the warm temperatures starting to come in?
I mean, I love it getting warmer. I was in Panama City Beach, Florida for spring break though, so that still kind of, outdid here. But I'm happy that it's starting to get warmer.
Yeah, especially with the 40s and 50s. I mean, it's been so cold that 40 may be good enough just to put on a short-sleeve shirt and walk outside.
In comparison to how freezing it was before, the wind chills and all the snow, like 40 degrees, sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And when we come back, Haley Ataro has your entertainment report. Stay tuned.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV Newscenter provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Stay connected with CUTV. Subscribe to us on YouTube for new videos. Follow us on Twitter for status updates. Like us on Facebook for updates, videos, and more. CUTV social media. Get connected, stay connected.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Haley Taro with your entertainment report. On this week's segment about the weird and bizarre things you can find online, our reporter Mike Mays will show you what he found.
Hi, my name is Mike Mays. My friends consider me an expert on finding strange and little weird things online. So here are 3 things I found online this week. A truck carrying a load of candy struck a barrier and overturned on Interstate 70 in PA. The truck split open, covering the roadway in Westmoreland County with Twizzlers. You can now send glitter to the people you hate. For a price of $9.99, you can send an envelope full of glitter anywhere in the world. Or you can upgrade to a glitter cupcake for $19.99. A meth lab was discovered in a Walmart bathroom in Indiana. A Walmart man discovered the lab after seeing a man with a giant bag enter the bathroom and not leave for hours. So there you have it, my 3 things I found online for this week. If you guys find anything, let us know. For CUTV News Center, I'm Mike Mays.
This week in pop culture, Fashion Police announced it will be taking a break, but will be back with new trends in no time. The comedy series on E! Will return in September. The network released a statement saying they look forward to this opportunity to refresh the show before next award season. Our talented co-hosts Juliana and Brad, along with executive producer Melissa Rivers, will continue their roles as they evolve the show into its next chapter for fashion fans around the world. No word on the return of Kelly Osbourne or Kathy Griffin to the show yet. Scott Disick has decided to go to rehab once again after an insane tequila-filled weekend. Scott checked into the Rhythm of Life Advancement Center in Costa Rica earlier this week. He released a statement saying, quote, "I realize my issues are bigger than me and I'm ready to truly remedy this struggle as I continue to battle. As for the treatment, he says he's doing an iboga treatment which involves roots from a small African tree that supposedly helps people who battle addiction." Miley Cyrus fans have proven to truly have her back after drama with her boyfriend Patrick Schwarzenegger. After rumors of him cheating on her arose, fans were quick to fire at Patrick. Miley fans have given multiple death threats to Patrick, causing lots of buzz. Patrick assures Miley fans that he'd never cheat on his lady. Mac Miller is not only living the dream, but also being accused of stealing it from the 70s funk band Aquarium Dream. They're claiming Mac ripped off the group's signature song. If the lawsuit goes through, Mac faces $150,000 in damages for the song downloaded over 700,000 times. Coming up on the Cal calendar, next Thursday the 26th, CalU's 10th Annual Hip Hop Conference explores the role of hip hop in social political activism with a series of talks and activities March 26th through 28th. The keynote panel is on March 26th in Morgan Auditorium. There will be 2 more panel discussions on March 27th at 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. in the Carter Hall Multipurpose Room, followed by a hip hop day of service from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Kingsley Center. Next week, CalU has recruiters from major companies coming to Cal for interviews and company information. On Tuesday, employers from Enterprise Rent-A-Car will be conducting scheduled interviews in Eberly Hall, room 230, for full-time management trainee positions at various locations for CalU seniors of all majors and alumni. Resumes must be submitted to recruit@calu.edu by March 18th and to be considered for an interview. On Wednesday, employers from UPS will have an information table in Gallagher Hall outside the Gold Rush Dining Room from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. on March 25th to discuss part-time package handler positions. Students from all majors and alumni are welcome. Get ready for Cal Music Week as the Student Activities Board and the Underground Cafe present Dan and Shay with special guest Kanan Smith April 10th. The show will be at the Main Stage Theater in Steele Hall. The special CalU-only show begins at 7 p.m. This week in the Vulcan Theater is Into the Woods. As a result of the curse of a once beautiful witch, a baker and his wife are childless. 3 days before the rise of a blue moon, they venture into the forest to find the ingredients that will reverse the spell and restore the witch's beauty. A milk's white cow milk, hair as yellow as corn, a blood-red cape, and a slipper of gold. During their journey, they meet Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, and Jack, each with one quest to fulfill a wish. Showtimes are 4, 8, and 11 on select dates. So you guys, Dan and Shay are coming. I'm super excited. I hear that they're going to Stage AE on the 9th, and then they'll be here the 10th. I'm pretty excited. I really like them.
Yeah, it's good to see, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the bands that come here, but actually knowing who Dan and Shay are, it'll make me more enticed to go see the show, because I know there's been a lot of shows that I don't necessarily know who the musician is, and I haven't been drawn to see, but at least Dan and Shay know some of their songs, and I would maybe be interested in seeing them.
Right, I completely agree. I definitely want to go. I like their music. I think they're talented. I think it's great that they're coming to Cal, and $5 for a ticket, you can't really beat that.
Thanks, Haley. When we return, Matt Hagee has your sports report. Stay tuned.
One decision, endless possibilities. California University of Pennsylvania opens your mind to more than 130 programs of study. Programs that matter to education, to healthcare, to technology, to the future of our world. California University of Pennsylvania, because the world is waiting for you.
Visit or apply online, calu.edu.
Save preset 1 for CalU's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation, playing CalU's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Stay connected with CUTV. Subscribe to us on YouTube for new videos. Follow us on Twitter for status updates. Like us on Facebook for updates, videos, and more. CUTV social media. Get connected, stay connected.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Matt Hagee with your sports report. The magical run being turned in by the California Vulcans women's basketball team this season hit a challenge Monday night as they faced the Bloomsburg Huskies in the NCAA Atlantic Regional Final at Hamer Hall. A little over a week ago, Cal faced the Huskies in the PSAC semifinals at Bloomsburg and defeated the host Huskies 63-48 en route to the PSAC championship. With revenge on their minds, the Huskies came ready for some revenge, and it was up for the Vulcans to defend home court and punch a ticket to the Elite Eight. We're going right to the highlights here. Hamer Hall, California Vulcans team ready to go. PSAC champion California Vulcans ready to go in the regional final. What atmosphere it was. Emma Mahadi, first field goal of the night for the Vulcans, getting a little help on the rim there to cut the Bloomsburg lead to 1. But Bloomsburg got out to a big lead early. See Taylor Kaminsky hitting a big 3 to hit match Bloomsburg's largest lead of the night at 11. But California, resilient as they have been all season, what's a little deficit to be overcome as Mickey Glenn goes in there for the and 1, completes the 3-point play. Now here, Irina Kuka, opportunistic Vulcans defense all season, goes in for the layup, and suddenly Bloomsburg only finds themselves up by 2. Now, for the first time in the night, the Vulcans got the lead after, thanks to this Emma Mahadi three-pointer, give it 25-24. It was 27 all at halftime. And now here, great passer, Frotz through 2 defenders, Irina Kuko, and California got off the second half with a great start. Now here's Caitlin Frotz from downtown, gives California a 7-point lead, their largest of the night. But Bloomsburg fought back here. Jocelyn Ford threw the basketball up there at the last second and somehow got it in. Bloomsburg got out to a 6-point lead. But California fought back once again. Caitlin Frotz gave California lead with a little bit over 4 with a big 3, something she's done all season. Now, Mickey Glenn goes to the basket. He gives California a lead under a minute left. Looks like California is going to go away with it. But Marla Simmons comes right back and ties the game up. The PSAC East Player of the Year sends the game to overtime. But Caitlin Frotz, again, down by 1. And we just see that? California gets the lead with a big 3 from the senior. Now, Mickey Glenn gives it to Irina Kuko, puts up a shot, gets her a rebound, puts it back in. California takes a 1-point lead again. Under a minute left. Now, Mickey Glenn gets a little bit closer here, gives California some more breathing room with this great layup there. Mickey Glenn, unbelievable game. Now, Bloomsburg had one last shot, and let's see how it ended.
Back off for Simmons here, but they got to guard her. Simmons for a tie! No good! Up in the air! Glenn's got the inbounds! She throws it away! The California Vulcans are headed to South Dakota! And the fans
And
are
there
on
you
the
have
court!
it. The California Vulcans, the 2015 NCAA Atlantic Regional Champions. An unbelievable game, one for the ages that will be talked about for some time around in this region. As you can see, the Vulcans now raise the trophy up, but the journey is still far from over yet. They're going to the Elite Eight, 3 wins away from a national championship. But what an unbelievable performance from this team. You see their head coach, Jess Strom, PSAC West Coach of the Year, Jess Strom, twirling the net. And you can see there the Vulcans scored a 72-69 overtime win over the Huskies and won their first regional championship since 2009. The Vulcan women now stand at 29-4 and enter the Elite Eight on a 7-game winning streak. Mickey Glenn was named Atlantic Tournament MVP after scoring 23 points along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists while playing all 45 minutes in the championship game and all 125 minutes in the tournament. Caitlin Frotz added 20 points and continued her tear against Bloomsburg after scoring 32 points against them a week ago. Irina Kuko finished with 17 points and 6 rebounds, along with that go-ahead shot as you saw at the end, and senior Emma Mahadi finished with 9 points and 4 rebounds. Now we take a look at the Elite Eight bracket. As you can see, the Vulcans are paired with Nova Southeastern, who upset Union of Tennessee to win the South region, and they also made the Final Four last season as well. The winner will face the winner of Emporia State and West Texas A&M in the Final Four, and the national championship game will be held at 8 o'clock Friday night. You can listen to the Vulcans face off against the Sharks on WCAL at 1 p.m. next Tuesday. WCAL also will be covering every game if the Vulcans advance farther into the tournament. The Atlantic Regional Tournament was full of excitement from the opening tip Friday afternoon to the final buzzer Monday night. There were upsets, remarkable performances, and even some overtime that captivated every fan that entered Hamer Hall last weekend. The Vulcan women had a big say in the weekend with their run to the title, and now we look back at the top 5 plays from the tournament.
Loser now stolen away by Barrett. She's got Frotz. Frotz with a lot of speed. Jones to beat. Frotz pull back right to Mickey Glenn. What teamwork! And Mickey Glenn gets it in for California. Almost stutter step there. Frotz moves around. Kuko, what a pass! Cody, that pass was out of a physics book, man. I'd feel bad for anyone taking physics today. Now kicks it out. Flowers got it right there to Frantz's hands. Unbelievable. Frotz to the basket. What a play by Caitlin Frotz. Takes herself. Kicks it out to Dixon. Long 2. That one's good. CC Dixon. Unbelievable shot. That's a 3-pointer. California's inbound defense has been great all season. They'll back off for Simmons here. But they got to guard her. Simmons for a tie! No good! Up in the air! Glenn's got the inbounds! She throws it away! The California Vulcans are headed to South Dakota! And the fans are on the court! The fans are on the court! Cody, can you believe it?
Elite 8! Hello, California Vulcan!
Precious Martin's going to go up, donning the jersey of Shanice Clark, number 44. She changed her number to honor her roommate and her teammate, and she did it in style, and it's very cool to see a 44 cutting down that net.
And guys, this women's basketball team, what a team. What a team from the start of the season. I don't think I've been more proud of the cover team this season.
Right, 3 wins away from a national championship. That's amazing.
Yeah, and of course you saw right there, great to see the 44 cutting down the nets in honor of Shanice Clark, Precious Martin wearing that jersey. Hopefully they can get those 3 more wins.
Right.
First time since 2004 they'd win a national championship.
Well, that will do it for this week's edition of Newscenter. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter.
Tonight, we'll leave you with some more of Dan and Shay to get pumped for their upcoming concert. See you next week.
Sugar sweet kiss in the morning, sunshine pouring right into my window. Cool drink of water in the summer, better than the other side of the pillow. You're everything that I'm not, a little cherry on top. Yeah, girl, I gotta see you tonight.